What happens when an animated TV show gets a full-blown musical murder mystery movie? Well, that's the Bob's Burgers movie, and it's movie 177 of my 365 movie challenge.
This is a practice burger.
Why are you whispering?
I don't want it to hear him feel bad.
Okay.
Wait, I'm a what? Nothing. What? You're great. Shh.
That feels nice.
I know.
The Belchers are in trouble, unsurprisingly, as a giant sinkhole opens up in front of the restaurants with just a week in order to make enough money to pay off a bank loan. I love Bob's Burgers. I've been a fan of the show since the beginning. I have to admit, I kind of stopped watching probably right around the pandemic, and therefore I didn't go and see this movie, so I haven't seen it, but it's, it's like a extended episode of the series. There's part musical, the part mystery with the kids. It feels, like an episode of Bob's Burger, which sometimes is one of the big drawbacks of a cartoon TV show turning into a movie. Thinking of the Simpsons movie, or really any TV show turning into a movie. When you take something that's formatted for 22 minutes and then extend it to an hour and a half, sometimes it loses some of its charm. Which I think this movie suffers from, but if you're a fan of Bob's Burgers, I think you'll definitely enjoy this. There's plenty of in-jokes in there, plenty of classic Belcher situations with all the characters. Obviously, Bob is just always in trouble. Like I said, it's like a high-stakes episode. It reminded me a lot of the Wonder Wharf episode of Bob's Burgers. It's actually made me want to go back and watch some more Bob's Burgers. I hear that sort of in the season before this movie came out, there are a lot of Easter eggs that are pointing towards the sinkhole plot line. But, it's a fun watch. Is this movie going to change your life? Probably not. But is it a fun thing to put on and, feel, if you like Bob's Burgers and, laugh a little bit for an hour and a half? Yeah, I think that's the kind of movie that it is. And the one thing I always never understand with this and the Simpsons movie, any animated show that turns into a movie, obviously they put much more of a budget, I guess, into the animation. And the animation always just looks a tiny bit different, more detailed, more cinematic. There's more lighting and shading. And I always think that suffers because I'm used to the feeling of the show. But, that's a movie for you, I guess. And we're all about movies here. We're out on TV. So that's the Bob's Burger movie, number 177 of 365. I'll see you for the next one.